Hey everybody! Okay, so today we are going to cook some food. You see me? Okay. We're cutting some cabbage right now. I'll put the garlic to the side because we need her to wait until I'm ready to use her, babes. Okay? We're just cutting away. Alrighty. We're just going to cut this into very somewhat thin slices, somewhat thicker, just because this is going to be used to steam with the rest of our vegetables. We're going to put that to the side. Yes, beautiful. Perfect. I also made sure to wash everything as well. So we're just cutting some onion. Doesn't really matter how you cut it. You could literally just cut it however the frick you want because it is free will in this country. Sometimes, you know? Anywho, we're still cutting the onion. I really just did it however the onion wanted to be cut for real because I'm not a professional chef. This was just for me to big my back. All right, guys. We're cutting the carrot. We're just going to skin the carrot because we don't want any carrot skins on the food. We want to just literally have the carrot be the carrot. You know what I mean? So, we're literally just slicing the carrot skin off. Okay, change the angle. Okay, Bookie. I said professional. We giving you an actual v- cooking video. Okay, so you're just gonna cut the carrot slices just somewhat thin. I decided I didn't want to have them be circles. I wanted them to be little sticks. So I made sure to cut them in sticks. All right. Literally just this is a tedious ass process. Literally just kept cutting the carrots. But yeah, anyways, how are y'all doing? Okay. Eating your veggies? Eating your Wheaties? I hope so. We gotta be big and strong one day. That's what our mom and pops used to tell us. We have to be all the time. Be big and strong. We gotta eat our vegetables in order to be big and strong when we grew up. Alright. Still cutting carrots. Perfect. Alright, we're done with that. Literally just putting it into a little bag that I had of scraps. And then we got some orange and red bell pepper. So I made sure to wash these beforehand. I'm just gutting out the seeds and stuff. I'm just using a little bit because I don't want to use the whole thing. This is just for me again. I did end up having leftovers, and the leftovers lasted for like 1 to 2 days, depending on how much I wanted to eat. Cut the bell peppers into thin slices because again these are all going to be sauteed in the pan and I want them to make sure that they get cooked properly and everything gets cooked at the same time. Yes. And no, y'all, I am not a certified chef with a certificate and things like that, but as artists are, they literally can do anything. So these are my mushrooms that I'm using. They're brown beech mushrooms, my bad. Alright, we're throwing the vegetables inside of the pan very furiously, y'all. So we just put some oil in there, let it heat up, put the vegetables, put some adobo seasoning on top. We're going to put some garlic as well. We're not going to use all the garlic because I want to make sure that I save some of the garlic for later. I ended up having to cut more anyways because I'm a garlic fiend. But yeah, so we're just stirring that around. We're going to let it saute, let it soak up all of the seasonings and stuff. I turned my heat up a little bit because I forgot. I'm like, why is it not doing anything? So now we actually have it heating up. Perfect. We're about to add the cabbage. We're going to put the cabbage on top. We're going to make sure it's all flat, spread out. Make sure I took out like the really thick pieces because I don't like them. It's too much. And then you put a cover on it. You're just going to put on a cover on it for like 3 minutes so that the cabbage can get nice and steamed and soft just like that. Just like that, honey. Yes, thank you. I also have some water boiling in the back, and that'll be for our noodles. I didn't really let y'all know what we were cooking, but I'm just gonna put it in the little title at the beginning because this is the first time I've seen this audio since I recorded it, and I'm just going on a whim with this. Alright, put some salt in the water, in the oil. I put olive oil, and then put the noodles up in there. These are the potato glass noodles. Sweet potato glass noodles. Yes, you're gonna boil those for 6 minutes. That's what I said. Yep. After those are boiled, you're going to strain them without doing the bull crap that I did. You're gonna rinse them with cold water. Make sure that they don't get stuck together. Perfect. We're just gonna rinse them around, moving around. Perfect. And then I'm gonna end up putting them in my pot, but then I tried to show y'all and then I failed miserably and that was very upsetting. So I had to like kind of save whatever I could. I got too excited with showing all the noodles, and then I was just like, I'm not gonna be that fiendy. Anyway, put some sesame oil on the noodles. You're going to toss them around in that again so they don't stick, and makes them all tasty and stuff. This is going to be added into our vegetables to be done at a later time, but we're going to put that to the side, make sure the heat is off, turn the heat on for our beech mushrooms. We're going to saute these in the little white skillet, whatever it is. Yeah, you know what it is. This is where I cooked my eggs. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, I had cooked some scrambled eggs, the ones that you see in the back in that plate, because that is going to be added. You just literally scramble some eggs, that's it. But you're going to do it when it's not fully cooked. You're going to take it off when it's nice and wet and stuff, because it's going to be cooked again with everything else. But yeah, I just put some black pepper, some sazon total from Goya. I put some garlic. I put some vegan butter in these beech mushrooms. These are really good for sauteing. I really like the taste of these. You could also fry them as well if you keep them in like the little bunch that they come in. Here I am putting the garlic that I just freshly cut as well, because y'all know I already like my garlic. All right. So we're just going to let that sit. I think I put a little bit too much butter because you see like the pool. You don't want it to be too pooly. I cut up some onions. What is that? That is a green onion. See, I'm over here forgetting vegetables. I cut up some green onions, and I'm just going to put that inside of the beech mushrooms. I ended up forgetting to do that until it was burnt. So just don't mind me, alright guys? I'm still learning. This was the first time making this meal, and obviously it's always a fun but disastrous mess. But yeah, that's what life is. So, yes. Alright, we're stirring these beech mushrooms. They're getting soaked up by the butter and all the other things, all the goodies. And yeah, I'm going to put the rest of the garlic that I wanted in there and then stir it around. You see how it's starting to brown? I should have kept my eye on these before moving on to something else, because they were already about to be like done being cooked, like literally within like a few minutes. So don't leave your mushrooms without attention. Anywho, here's the vegetables that I'm just heating them up because I had left them in the pan for a little bit. I want to make sure that everything was warm and the same temperature. Going to put their noodles in with the things. I put this marinating soy sauce, which was actually the wrong type of soy sauce. I should have used regular soy sauce, because the purpose of this was to make the noodles colored. The noodles were supposed to be like a brownish reddish color. I don't know if you guys go to Bibi Bop, but like they have these noodles there and they're like a brownish reddish color. That's basically what I was going off of for reference. So I ended up stirring this around. Honestly, I worry for my sodium levels, because sometimes I eat foods that are just that just have a high salt content, but like they don't really taste that salty. I don't know. It's a problem when it comes to problem, but in the meantime, we're going to put some more soy sauce on this mug. Yes, because this is what is making it the color. And then you see me stirring my beech mushrooms now. It's because I burnt them and, had to just basically save it at this moment. Make sure that I tried to save them because they were already burnt. And I was like, oh my lord. I don't think they were completely burnt. I think there was just like a nice little singe to them. Nice little crunch. Add your scrambled eggs that are partially cooked into the rest of the vegetables in the noodle. We're going to make sure we just stir this around, literally just stirring this. This was most of the work for this, which was a lot because I really wanted everything to be fully incorporated so that every bite had every single piece of the things that I put in there, because that's how I like my food, especially if I'm going to eat something together. I want it to be good to... Wait, I want it to be together. See, I'm over here stuttering just looking at this food because I remember how good it was. That's all I know. I know the food is going to be good at the end of the day. It's going to be made with love. So I'm showing y'all my mushrooms and then my weak little green onion chop. And then, because I was supposed to put these in before they were done cooking, but you know, we just gonna stir those in, try to get the taste flowing. Not really, literally just made them a little dirty. But yeah, here's the finished product before I plate it. We have our, I already just went to it. I already went to it. So this is my sauteed mushrooms, garlic, soy sauce seasoning, noodles, and vegetables. Thank you.